How did you make your nasty teacher regret their actions? So I was in 10th grade and loved writing more than anything. Essays, poems, short stories, you name it, I wrote it. I spent hours crafting these pieces, using big words I'd learned from reading constantly. My notebooks were filled with rough drafts and scribbled ideas. Writing was my thing, but my English teacher, Mr. Dunham, he hated me for no reason. This guy had clear favorites. The popular kids who barely tried got praise while I got constant criticism. Every paper I turned in came back with a C or D, no matter how hard I worked. His comments were always the same. This sounds too mature for you. Or, I doubt you actually wrote this. I tried showing him my process. I'd bring in my messy notebooks with crossed out sentences and brainstorming webs. I'd explain my word choices and cite the books that inspired me. But he'd just raise his eyebrow and say, "Nice try, kid," like I was some fraud. The worst part was when he started humiliating me in front of everyone. He'd wave my papers around during class and announce, "Another suspiciously perfect essay from our friend here," with this smug smirk. Kids would snicker and whisper. My face would burn red every single time. My friends told me to just ignore it, but I was getting tired of being treated like a cheater when I was putting in real work. That's when I decided to set a trap. I had written this essay about symbolism in Romeo and Juliet weeks earlier for fun, just practicing because I genuinely enjoyed analyzing literature. I printed it out and accidentally left it in the computer lab printer where teachers always picked up their copies. I knew Mr. Dunham would find it there. Sure enough, 2 days later, I saw him reading through a stack of papers, and there was mine. He took out his red pen and started marking it up. When he thought no one was looking, I saw him write, "Excellent analysis, strong voice and structure, A+ at the top." He seemed genuinely impressed, probably thinking some honors student had dropped it. The next week, I handed in that exact same essay word for word as my official assignment. Same font, same everything. I watched him read it during class, his expression changing as he recognized it. By the end of the period, he slapped it on my desk with a big fat D and the words, "Clear plagiarism," written across the top in angry red letters. I didn't say anything. I just smiled and put it in my folder with the other copy, the one with his A+ still fresh on it. I was saving it for the perfect moment. That moment came during parent-teacher conferences 3 weeks later. My mom and I walked into his classroom, and he immediately launched into his usual speech about how my writing was suspiciously advanced, and how he was certain I was getting inappropriate help with my assignments. I let him finish his whole dramatic presentation about academic integrity and how students today think they can fool teachers. He was really getting into it, waving his hands around and everything. My mom looked confused and slightly hurt that her son was being accused of cheating. Then I calmly reached into my backpack and pulled out 2 identical essays. I slid them across his desk side by side. One had his handwriting giving it an A+ with comments like "sophisticated analysis" and "mature insights." The other was the exact same paper with his D and plagiarism accusation. "I found this in the printer tray," I said, pointing to the A+ version. "Recognize your handwriting, Mr. Dunham?" His face went completely white, then bright red. His mouth opened and closed like a fish, but no words came out. My mom didn't need any explanation. She could see exactly what had happened. The same teacher who claimed my writing was too good to be mine had literally given the identical essay a perfect score when he thought someone else wrote it. "So my son's writing is only good when you don't know it's his?" my mom asked in that deadly calm voice parents use when they're furious. Mr. Dunham started stammering about how it was a mistake, how he must have mixed up papers, how he graded so many essays it was hard to keep track. But the evidence was right there in his own red ink. He'd been caught red-handed showing his bias against me. My mom stood up and said we'd be discussing this with the principal. Mr. Dunham was practically begging us to work it out between ourselves, promising he'd be more fair going forward. The next Monday was beautiful. He handed back our latest essays, and for the first time all year, I got an A. Not just any A, an A+ with actual positive feedback about my insightful analysis and strong writing voice, the same voice he'd been calling fake for months.